what's up? It's Saturday, December 20th. I've got Louie here. We got a big little Saturday planned. The wifey is off to work at my brother's 52nd birthday today. And it's gonna be pretty nice here in St. Louis. It's like gonna be like 53 degrees. So I'm gonna be actually heading out to do some hiking here a little bit. Also might take this dude to the dog park. Pretty fired up about that. And I need to get some groceries. And I want to film. So I don't want to be like talking head guy the whole time that I'm on YouTube. I just want to do something that's fun for me and share that. Just share some of my day and then record the content and hopefully be excited for you guys to tune in. So anyhow, I got a few things to wrap up around here and I'll catch up when we hop in the car to head out west to do a little hiking. All right, folks, we're out of here. Got all my stuff, my poles, shake. It's a TB12 shake, actually. We are ready to go. We're going to the Lewis and Clark Trail out west, which is like 20 minutes away from me. So we are ready to roll. See you there. All right, folks, we made it. Pretty busy. Go figure, it's a beautiful day and a lot of people have the same idea. So I did go back and look at the trail a little bit and it looks like it's in good shape. So I am not gonna bring my poles and it's only like 575 feet of elevation change, which is not that much over 5 miles. So let's get started. Cruising along here. It is a little bit muddier on some spots for sure, but hopefully we're making our way over to the Missouri River here in a little bit to see some bluffs here, but I don't remember. I've been on this trail a few years ago. I did an event called the Mammoth March out here with some neighbors. Those events are pretty awesome. It's basically a 20-mile or 30-mile walk. We got it completed in 8 hours. I think we did it here. We did it in September. It was like 80, low 80s. I think we did it in like 6.5 hours or something, but it went on the Katy Trail a little bit and then we were on this trail, Lewis and Clark Trail, and then a few others. But those events are pretty cool because you can kind of, train for it a little bit. You can't just up and walk 20 miles. Overall, pretty easy on the joints compared to like running. Have the right shoes and socks and it'd be all right, but check those out. Those are fun. I did another one with the same group up in Wisconsin. That was a character builder because it rained like the last 3 hours and it was sloppy as hell and it was hard. I'm huffing and puffing a little bit, you can't tell, but I remember this stretch of this trail. I've already been going for at least a minute. It's uphill and all rocks, and I'm kind of huffing and puffing. One of my goals in being out here was to do a long zone 2 training workout, which for me, as I found out yesterday, I'll talk a lot more about this later, but I did a VO2 max assessment, like where you wear a mask, get on a treadmill, and figure out a lot of data about your heart, lungs, and metabolism work while you exercise. For me, my optimal zone 2 range is 90 to 100 beats per minute. I thought my range was higher than that. So I've been doing zone 3 or 4 sometimes workouts, thinking I was doing zone 2. Armed with that knowledge about what my actual max heart rate is, which I think for that test it was 187, and how my body burns fat when it switches from burning fat to burning carbs. I know that for me, a target zone 2 is only 90 to 100 beats per minute, which I am currently exceeding. That's probably, I don't know, 80 to 100 feet of elevation of the 570 that we have on this whole 5.5 miles. So I remember that stretch. It was pretty tough. All right, we are back. 5.3 miles, about an hour and 45 minutes of moving time. And I think I did like 560 feet of elevation in that. And the main thing was I was trying to just slow myself down to keep it a zone 2 workout. I was probably maybe a little bit higher than the threshold I was shooting for, but there was also a little bit of elevation versus walking flat. So anyhow, good stuff. I'm gonna go home, take the dog to the dog park, make a grocery list, get some food. See you in a bit. Who wants to go to the dog park? Do you want to go? Yes. All right. Let's get ready. Let's get ready, buddy. You want to go to the dog park? All right. The squad made it to the dog park. There's one other dog here in the bigger area. And we are just going to let Louie do some walking here. See how it goes. He is first time ever being in a dog park. We're going to keep him on a leash for a little bit, get him comfortable, and let him off. And we will see. He's doing lots of sniffs. What do you think, buddy? What do you think about the dog park? He's checking it out. We were on the leash for a little bit, and now he's running around a little bit. Dude is ready to roll. He's pulling me back. I think it went okay for the first time, but there were no dogs here. At least he got to play with me. But what do you think, Louie? Hey, check the park? He's kind of a homebody, so we're gonna take him home. We are back home. Little man is chilling, he's comfortable. I just turned on this Miami Texas A&M game and it's getting, actually they're finally scoring. So I got that on. I'm gonna make my grocery list here, but I'm feeling up a little bit. I wanna talk about what I got on my plate here. So I've got some ground beef, which I prepped last night. We had some pasta, so I kind of had this on top of the pasta and red sauce, and we had a salad. But so ground beef from the folks I work with at Seven Sons Farms in Roanoke, Indiana. Check those out. Those guys out. If you know, you know. And then it's leftover. I stole my wife's leftovers from yesterday. We went to lunch at this place in Cotterville, Missouri called Pink Willow. There's a harvest bowl. It had like greens. It had beets. It had red onions, quinoa, like pesto. It had sweet potatoes, I think, Brussels sprouts. And then I had a little bit of leftover of the Greek seasoned chickpeas from Trader Joe's. Probably our favorite thing we get there. So I had all of that. I just put all in one plate, and then I had some hard-boiled egg that I put on the side here too. If I had actual eggs, which we don't, I got out of the store, I would be all over that on this as well. But so I went for a hard-boiled egg. So that's kind of what I'm eating today. Again, I mentioned that TB12 shake earlier I had on the way to my hike. That's, again, it's one of Tom Brady's recipes. I didn't have kale or spinach. Usually that calls for it, and I put that in there. But it's protein powder, almond milk, flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seeds, blueberries, frozen banana, almond butter. I'm gonna make my grocery list here, and then I'm on my way to Trader Joe's. I will check in with you there while I fill my cart, get back and get that stuff prepped and cleaned. And that'll be pretty much a wrap for the video, I think, for today. I don't know, maybe we'll make some dinner later, but that is what we got going on. We're gonna get this done as usual in the Brentwood Promenade here in St. Louis. It is freaking packed. Thankfully, this should be a pretty quick trip. We have several meals planned out and some festivities over the next week with Christmas, Illinois, Missouri bragging rights game. We're going to see a show at the Fox. A lot of meals out, so just need to get a few staples for breakfast and lunch. And we got dinner night. It's like an oven-baked lentil and split pea soup with salad and some bread. So that's gonna be good, but here we are. Wish me luck. Gotta get the flowers. All right, we made it out of there. That actually was painless. I just don't want to die in the parking lot here, so I'm vlogging among the traffic. My phone will be proud of me. Made it out of there for $131. That guy's pissed right there. Made it out of there for $131, all that stuff. All healthy stuff, I think, wasn't it? All right, let's go home. We made it home. There's the haul, $131. And again, that was with $15 flower bouquet. So you figure $115. It's a lot of breakfast and lunch stuff type stuff, but I think all of it's organic mostly. A couple of a couple of the salad things I think weren't organic. They do have some that are. I just didn't get them today. I'm just gonna wrap it up here. There's really not. I didn't get a ton of things, ton of other produce. So I basically just some of the produce, some of the veggies I wash and then put on these, put in these, and these are new. These linen bags, and you get them damp and you put them in your crisper drawer. I'm just trying to reduce my plastic use, and for too long years I clean things and put them in Ziploc bags. So pass that on to my kids, I think. So sorry, but trying to find better solutions there, and that was one of the things we would do. I think there's two orange ones for vegetables. There's a brown colored zipper one for mushrooms, and there's a green one for greens, and then one for berries. So now again, the idea is keep them fresher and do it in a sustainable and plastic-free way. So anyhow, let me know what you think about this format today. Hopefully, you saw me take a hike. You saw me my morning routine, helping my wife get stuff for her lunch and breakfast, taking the dog out, enjoying some outside time today, and getting groceries for the week, eating according to what's on our menu for the week, which is not a ton, so we have a lot of meals out this week. But anyhow, thanks for watching. I will see you for the next episode, where I promise then I will get at what I learned most, my biggest lessons or things I learned that were interesting to me in 2025. All right, see you then. Bye. If this approach resonates with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along.